I get this report sent to me from a broker that I talk with, one of the top brokers, and Windermere does a really great job of providing stats for home sales in Seattle and on the east side. So I'm going to start with Seattle, then we're going to hit the east side next. And there was some stats here, and the way they break it down, and we're going to be able to share some of these graphs because the visual is going to really be helpful for you. But right now there is 1.7 months inventory. Again, that doesn't sound like a lot, but that is the highest inventory we've had in the last 10 years. So they have stats going back to 2017. And you know, for a lot of these years, it was 0.6, 0.6. There was a little jump in 2019. I don't know if you remember, if you were in real estate, there was kind of a little blip in 2018, 2019, little hiccup in the market, so to speak. And then as we got from during the COVID years and as interest rates plummeted, we're talking about 0.8, 0.6, 0.4 months inventory. Last few years, it's been steadily rising, 1.1, 1.4. Now we're at 1.7. Now, this next graph, and we're going to show this graph, and this was an improvement from January. When I saw the January numbers, I was almost panicking. But with the February numbers, 35% of all homes sold above list price. 19 sold at list. So that is over 50%. Now, that is a bigger increase from January, where only 11% of homes sold over list and 17 sold at list. So in January, people didn't like the homes that they could buy because, you know, dang near 75% of them were selling below or below list price. A year ago, in February 2025, there was a pretty hot market going on. I didn't realize this. 42% of homes in Seattle sold above list and 22% sold at list a year ago. So at that point, 64%, almost 2/3 of all homes were selling at or above list. And that has gone down closer to 50%. And then one other graph I wanted to share, and then we'll move on to the east side. This floored me. This stat is worth its weight in gold. If you list a house right now in Seattle, you only have a 58% chance of selling that house in 12 months. 58%. Well, what was it like in the last 10 years? I'll read it to you. So in 2017, it was 88%. 2017, 88%. 2018, 88%. And then it was in the 70s, 71, 77, 79. 2022 was 89%. And it's been in the 70s and 60s. It's been declining. We are now below 60%. So if you list a property, you only have a 58% chance of selling that property within 12 months. So what does that mean? That means if you're priced too high, you need to cut your price. If you have a big flaw, you need to rethink, you know, where your pricing is, and you have to be realistic on that. Now you're like, hey, look, I don't really care if I sell. I'm just seeing if hopefully someone will pay the price I want. That's fine. That's your prerogative. But if you're really looking to sell your property, like you're like, I have to sell this house, then you want to be part of that 58%. You're like, look, I can't wait a year. I can't wait a year and just, you know, do this again. I have to sell this house. Well, 58% of homes are selling, so you're going to have to go find that market. Now, on the east side, it's essentially, the numbers are a little different because the price points are a little higher on the east side, but it's essentially the same thing. Inventory now is at 2.3 months, which is, again, the highest it's been in the last 10 years. And the market on the east side has deteriorated a lot in the last year. So in February 2026, and check out this graph. This is a great graphic. 20% of homes sold above list on the east side. 18% sold at list. So only 38% of homes sold at or above list price in February 2026. Compare that to a year ago. In February 2025, 52% of homes on the east side sold above list price. Not at list, above list price. And 11% sold at list price. So a year ago, 63% of homes were selling above list, and now that number is down to 38%. So again, it's the same story, different price point on the east side. And lastly, if you list your property on the east side, what are your chances of selling in the next 12 months? It's 59%. And so it's really similar to Seattle at 58%. And again, I would even say the average, I'm looking at this graph, the average was probably higher than Seattle when you look at the last 9 years. So we have numbers in the high 80s, 90%. So, 5 years ago, if you listed your house to sell on the east side, you had 90% of homes were going to sell within 12 months. There's always going to be that 10% of homes that don't sell. I don't care how good the market is, either an unreasonable seller or something really weird, funky about the house. So there's always going to be like that 10% there, even in the hottest market. But the bottom line, and this will essentially be my outro as well. If you are bringing a property to market right now, you need to go the extra mile. I was in a meeting yesterday and the investor was like, hey, I'm just going to list this house. I'm kind of going to cut a corner here, cut a corner there. Listed the house. It just sat on the market. And so he took it off the market. He's like, hey, I have to do a roof. I didn't want to do it, but I'm doing a new roof. I'm actually doing a new roof line. And on this other house, I'm re-siding the front of the house, and then I have my own painting crew. So we're going to paint the house, So it's kind of like, hey, I need to stand out. I need to do a little bit more to get a sale. And so that is, I think, the mentality that you really have to have right now to sell a home in this environment.